All right, how's it going? How's it going? Real closers. Good morning. Good morning. This is Power Hour again. Today is not live, so even if you have questions, please still drop them in the comments. We'll get back to you next week. But we didn't want to miss today. And last week we actually touched on Facebook, right? You have to build your brand on Facebook, Instagram. Today we're gonna switch it up a bit. TikTok. Should you be worrying about TikTok? Is TikTok a good platform to start your real estate business? Gus, what are your thoughts on TikTok so far?
Yeah, so I mean, to be really honest with you, I'm not native to the platform. It took me some effort. I actually had to do it mostly for work because I had tried out TikTok probably early in the pandemic, right? 2020, 2021. I kind of got on there. It was very addictive. It was amazingly good at getting your attention. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to lose a lot of time. I uninstalled the app, right? That was my initial reaction to it. But I was skeptical about its use for business. I was like, there's a lot of dancing teenagers here. The app is still early. It's too early for the business content. I'm going to wait a little bit, right? Well, I looked at it again, recently, earlier this year. And Roberto, it is like completely, at least from my perspective, completely changed from when I initially looked at it like 2-3 years ago. It is a completely different environment. I'm seeing social media influencers on there, marketing influencers on there, real estate agents absolutely crushing it on there, loan officers absolutely crushing it on there with their content, and a lot of personal finance people, investors, all these different kind of, influencers are on there now. And their content is on point. And I'm like, okay, the platform has arrived. Like, this is no longer early. This thing is here. And the reason all these people are there is because their target demographic is now on the platform. It's no longer an app I remember when I heard about this app, TikTok, when it was called Musical.ly, right? My nieces and nephews, right? They're teenagers in California, were super into it. Oh, Musical.ly is amazing. Like, yeah, it's a kiddie app. Well, I wanted to keep my eye on it because I know they start this way. A bunch of, junior high kids in California set the trend for the whole country, right? That's usually how things work, for the whole planet, which I think is kind of funny. And they started playing around with this app, and then I kept seeing it, and then it became TikTok, and it's been growing and growing and growing amazingly, right? And also the controversy around it has grown as well. I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not an expert on that. I'm here to tell you where people's attention is at. And right now it's on TikTok. So I looked at it and I go, wow, this is no longer a teenager, like a tweenie app, right? This has arrived. And I started looking, one of the smartest things I did, I gotta tip my own horn here, was I started connecting with other real estate agents and loan officers on TikTok. And I would look at them and I go, wow, you have 300,000 followers on this app and like 8 million likes on your. That's the first thing it shows you. People who you're following, who follows you, how many likes have you gotten on your content? Hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of likes. And I go, how has this impacted your business? I would just ask them that, because you can direct message people, right? That you don't even know, that you're not connected with. Like, that I think is amazing. That's always awesome on a platform. When the platform's early, you can do that. You can't do that later on. They usually close that off, right? So all the things we've seen, Roberto, with Facebook, with Instagram, at some point with Twitter, like we're seeing it with TikTok right now. I'm no longer, discovering this. I'm now focusing on pattern recognition, okay? Pattern recognition. And like any early social media app, TikTok, the name of the game is organic reach. The name of the game is organic reach. And similar to YouTube, similar to Twitter, it is not a friends relationship-based social media network. It's not. You don't make a bunch of friends there and connect with your friends, right? It always encourages you to follow people you know. But the main thing about TikTok, the reason I see it be so successful, is that it is interest-based, right? It's going to show you whatever you want to see. If you like dancing teenagers, it's going to show you dancing teenagers. If you like personal finance content, it'll show you personal finance content. Whatever it detects that you're spending time on, you're watching, you're stopping the scroll to look at. What was I seeing? Zit popping videos. If you like zit popping videos, it'll show you zit popping videos. It'll show you, it's just nuts, this kind of stuff you can see on there. It's amazing. And it will show you more of whatever you teach it to. It'll show you more. So I go on the platform, I start following real estate agents. it will show me infinity of real estate agents and the most engaging real estate agents. Okay. And I'm running this app. I'm here living in Mexico right now, and it'll show me agents all across the US and Canada. Doesn't matter. Like, that's what you want. That's what you get. A lot of these social media apps are very geo-fenced, right? Some are very located in your local area. That's the use case for a lot of people. They just want to connect with people in the local area. TikTok, right? It does want you to show you local content, but if you teach it to show you whatever you want, it'll show you whatever you want. I think it's really interesting that way. So I connected with these influencers, and I've had, really good conversations with about 4 of them. One of them, Josh Dobson, which you should have, here in Real Closers too, man, honestly. 200 loans closed in the last year, only from TikTok. Only from TikTok. Releasing maybe a video a day, right? That just blew my mind. I was like, what, really? And, I talked to another agent, Brandon Strasser, out of Edmonton, Canada. Okay. Edmonton, not a super attractive, like, sexy place. This is not like, Sunset Beach, right? This is, Malibu or was it Miami Beach? This is Edmonton, Alberta in Canada, probably the most remote major city in Canada, right? His TikTok blew up because there's a big relocation movement to Edmonton because of the cost of living. So he started making content for young people like himself. And I'm talking about, late 20s, early 30s, not teenagers, late 20s, early 30s, young professionals that were thinking of moving to Edmonton. His TikTok blew up. He's closing 4 transactions a month just from his TikTok audience. And the way it started with 1 transaction, 2, he started doing 3s and 4s. That guy's going to be doing 10 deals a month off of TikTok by the end of the year. I told him that just the way you're growing is just amazing, right? And the cool thing about this kind of content, right, is that people get to like and know you, all right? It's not just about the homes. All of these influencers, a lot of them show properties, and there's a type of a video you can do about showing homes, and that can definitely work. But the thing they all had in common, Roberto, is that they became native to the platform, and they talked a little bit about themselves, right? And who they were and what they like or dislike about the real estate industry. So I think it's a little bit different from Facebook or other platforms I've seen from that perspective, that the platform really favors you getting personal about these things, right? So I definitely, so all of this to say, this is a long-winded answer to say, you got to jump on the platform. Follow other real estate agents. Don't make this up on your own. You don't have to figure this out 100%. You don't have to buy a course on how to figure out TikTok. Follow highly successful agents. Follow highly successful agents that are killing it on the platform, and do your best to emulate them. Pick and choose. Pick and choose the things that resonate with you. I see some of these folks that I talk to, they do what's called the TikTok memes, right? They put on a trending audio and do like a little funny skit. They do a dance. They'll put a trending video clip in their TikTok. They'll do the trending stuff. Some of them don't do that at all. Some of them just focus on showing beautiful properties, giving real estate advice, and that's all they do, okay? So you got to find your voice. If you're happy-go-lucky, funny guy like the memes, I've played around with, I love that stuff. I love, the TV show The Office. There's a whole section of memes around The Office where you can drop a clip, and I put a real estate factoid, and I've got Michael Scott talking about making a clip from The Office, right? And I relate the two. So I get a trending audio, a trending clip, and I overlay some funny real estate data around that, right? And I get a Michael Scott reaction. That's something that's very native to TikTok, that combining audio visual with your specific topic, right? So my recommendation is install the app, even if you uninstalled it like me, because it was too addictive. Look at it from the business perspective and figure out how to create content for it, because it has people's attention. Don't overlay your judgment or your thoughts. Because, I asked this question recently, hey, is anyone using TikTok? And a lot of the answers were very snarky, right? Very snarky. No, because I can't sell homes to 10-year-olds. That was a lot of the answers, a lot of the responses. And agents do that at their peril, okay? You ignore emerging trends at your peril, because in a shifting market, right? And Roberto, 2021, we sold 6.1 million homes in the US, okay? In 2023, we're going to sell about 4.5 million. Okay. That is a 20% drop, right? From within 24 months. There's less homes to be had, but the people that are growing their business this year are finding these new ways to connect with people and do marketing. They're growing, right? Josh Dobson, Brandon Strasser, Pierce Burton, former NFL guy. This is also hilarious. Former NFL player, like 4 or 5 year NFL veteran, gets injured, could not play anymore, right? Decides to get his real estate license, discovers TikTok. Hilarity ensues, man. Former NFL guy, has a really good sense of humor, does funny videos and gets a lot of insight on TikTok and gives people advice. Sorry, he's an agent, but he's also a loan officer. He leaned into the loan officer part of his career, and he starts giving people advice about investing, about qualifying for a loan, how to not be dumb with money, and he takes off on TikTok. Like it's nuts. It's crazy what you can do on there if you have something interesting to say, right? Something interesting to share with people. Okay. So cannot say enough good things about the platform. It is really amazing. And it's in that moment in time where we talked last week about organic reach, right? Facebook organic reach, how limited it is now, very limited. Basically your friends list, maybe that, right? And you're always competing with other advertisers. TikTok is not there. The ads platform is pretty sad right now. It's not very good at all, actually. Okay. So organic reach is still king on TikTok. It's king. And you can still get, my videos have gotten at least several thousand likes at this point, and I've only been publishing for the last 60 days, right? So none of my posts have gone viral. So let's change. A lot of people I talk to, their first dozen or so posts went viral, like 100,000 views or more. Like their first, month of doing it, they would have a post that would just skyrocket. I think we're past those days right now. I don't think it's that easy, but just the fact that you can get thousands of likes, thousands of interactions in your content, that's just impossible to do on YouTube nowadays, right? It's much, not that it's impossible, sorry. It's much more difficult to do on YouTube. It's much more difficult to do. And another one I want to talk about soon, Roberto, this is the next topic. On the next one is Facebook Reels. I want to talk about that one too, because it's also short form content, another side of that coin, but another huge opportunity that I think most people are missing. But that's what I have to say about TikTok. It's an amazing tool. Jump on the platform, show the properties you're touring, talk about that new loan program, that new bidding war you just won, and start adding value there. Don't overthink it. Just jump in and do it.
And one thing too is if you're new to TikTok as a platform and you start creating content, again, look at other accounts that are killing it, but don't expect results right away. If you concentrate too much on the likes, on the views, you do it for 30 days, you do it for 60 days consistently, and you're still not getting that reach that you want, don't let that disappoint you from continuing. Eventually, right, you're going to find your voice, you're going to find your brand, you're going to find your audience, and you're going to start to click and things are going to start to work. And you're going to get that aha moment where like, oh, okay, so this is the content that I probably need to start pushing more of. And then even if you get 10, 20, 30 views, combined for the week, that's still 30 people looking at your content 100%. That it could turn into a conversation, could turn into someone reaching out. Hey, I need help with purchasing a home. I saw this video. Can you give me more information? I mean, 100%. Very unlikely that you're not going to get results this way. The platform is really pushing content, is really helping you, put yourself out there. If you feed the algorithm, you have to be consistent. All right. Cool. Thanks so much.
And one good thing, here's a quick, view. I'll drop a link to my TikTok later. I've got 651 followers. That surpassed my YouTube subscriber count within a month. And I've been working on YouTube for a couple of years now, right? So I'm more people are following me here, and 2,400 likes also surpassed my YouTube count within 60 days. So I'm telling you, the attention is there on the platform. I would jump on it today.
I'm gonna check your account out, because mine I keep putting content there and they get consistent 200, 250 views, but not getting through the followers yet. So
yeah, 100%.
Again,
and I talked to Josh Dobson. His video number 90 is the one that blew up. Video number 90. And I'm like, you know what? Before I'm gonna hit 90, see what happens, right? And then and we'll look back and see. Because I think my highest video with the most views on TikTok is probably gonna be about 1,000 views. But that took, definitely took a while. And you just never know which one is gonna pop, right? Because most of my videos are in that 200 to 300 view space. Most of them are there, right? They kind of get stuck there. But you're like, okay, which are the ones that are going to be more interesting? And for me, I do a lot of content around, interviews and tips and tricks. And some of those just take off, right? So, I mean, you got to be trying, and if you're not taking at bats, you're not going to hit a home run, right? So just keep at it.
Oh, and one last tip, and this is a $100,000 tip right here. If you already are native to platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and you have videos, reels that are killing it, all you got to do is recreate that content or go find your archive and repost it to TikTok. Go through all your old files and just keep posting them to TikTok. Once you find the one that's getting you more results, just do more of that. And again, it's a social media platform. Be social. They want to know who you are. That's basically what you need to showcase yourself. Or not. I mean, find out what works, what doesn't for you, for your market, for your area, and just keep doing it. Consistency is key.
Awesome. Great.
All right,
Great
Gustavo.
one.
See you next
Awesome.
Monday, next Power Hour.
All right. Thanks, everybody.